Blog Talk Radio.
Hello? 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 Hello, everybody. This is Irene Ratliff. How are you guys doing today? Actually, I thought I had signed up for premium and was hoping that maybe perhaps I would be able to communicate much longer than 30 minutes. Maybe I'll be able to call back and see how that looks. But right now, let's see. Today is Thursday, May 29th, 2014. Boon, B-O-O-N, blessings. My name is Irene Ratliff, Regal, Street Meat Company. Street Meat Company is a nonprofit organization seeking to partner up and seek sponsorship, such as the listening audience, to help ameliorate goals that can improve our community. Street Meat Company is seeking partners. What do you mean by that? Well, let me first say this. At first I was right. Oh, I want, board members and board of directors. I want people to, join up, and I do. I really do. But you know what? I'm like, well, if I'm asking these people, hey, you want to be a part of, and they ain't work, they ain't try to help me out or anything like that, or try to help out Street Meat, or is it for the money? Or do I have my money? Hey, just jokes. So the thing is that what is clear is yes. But I think I probably need to ask for partners and sponsors and look at it quite like that, because not that here as an individual is not grand, because we all are. We're great. We're good. I just realized that if I'm looking for certain things, I'm seeking sponsorships and partnerships. And I don't know, shipped and went somewhere else. So anyway, they say partners and sponsors. Okay, to help achieve ameliorating goals that can improve our community. Wow, there's just so much to do, in terms of this, that, and the other. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? How are we gonna work those things out? Yeah. Okay, well, I want to let guys know there are people out there. They're doing a lot of great things out there. They are working. It depends on what you want to perceive as work. But you know what? We being here in the United States, we must understand what the relationship is. What the relationship is, not only for ourselves here as citizens of the United States of America, but then also what is our relationship outside the United States of America? What is our relationship with the Canadians? What our relationships are with the Mexicans? There are connecting relations. Now, when we look in terms of trade, we have NAFTA. And I'm not sure if the Canadians got on the NAFTA program, if there was something a little different. But then it actually opened up opportunities, NAFTA, NAFTA, I think it's a North American trade something. And, here it is, over a period of years, we have really, for real, we have achieved a lot. Goodness, if you think about it. There's been upgrades when you think about it. And should we defend those things? Sure. Should we defend our relationships? When it comes to someone say, well, the government said, we're part of that. But it's my money. I know that's right. It belongs to we. Okay. So anyway, moving right along. Please like Street Meat Company. www. What you should know is Word, Work, Witness. Streetmeat.biz. Biz. Okay. Not com. Biz. B-I-Z. www.meetup.com. That is our partner. back street dash meet MEET. Our listeners can call 646-564-9776. I had some young ladies say, well, you have to explain what that is. When you said street meat, we like, what is it? Street meat. What more can I tell you? Street meat. Y'all don't get it? Well, we thought you said MEAT. Well, I know that's right. Yes, that too. Then they went to talk about, I said, oh, hold up. Thoroughfare where people meet, mingle, socialize, work, play, have fun. We ain't talking about no animals. Yet we are down with PETA, okay, or PETA. Okay, call them. So they began to ask me about the logo. Oh, what is that? It's called the spider monkey. The spider monkey. Well, to tell you the truth, my daughter made it. And someone said, oh, we want to use another spider monkey. So I don't know, really, on this page you don't see the spider monkey, the one that, in terms of the business card. This is some other spider monkey. It's not the original spider monkey. However, it is a substitute. But there's other spider monkeys that come from the line of a spider monkey, okay? We can always try to spruce those up. So anyway, I wanted to explain, I was wanting to have the spider monkey. And I just said, wow, when you look at a spider, it weaves. And Street Meat Gold is to try to work with other organizations so that we can achieve something that we either not seeing or that we can try to improve on, and what is that? Our relationships with the world. If we know that there are funds, I got you, funds and grants and things like that, then here it is, we would know something. Where the money going? Why it look like that? Is it governance? Mismanagement? Poor leadership? What's going on? Anyway, I don't know. But when I look at that's what it means. It means that here it is. We don't want to, PRUI, but we do want to MEND our relationships with other organizations that have a common agenda, and that's kumbaya, we all get along. That here it is, there's laws and rights and ordinances and all that says just that. And if it says something different, or if we had to break it down and all that kind of stuff, then hey, guess what we need? We need to fine-comb them laws, work it out, and work on it, because ain't nobody who's an organization should be sitting there on file pages, okay? So anyway, Street Meat Company is a representation of can we all get along, especially if it's fitting for in a long line Street Meat's agenda and community affairs and economic development. So someone says, well, is that similar to your neighborhood association? Nope. We'll get in contact with the NPU, PRSTQ. And ABCDEFGHIGJKLP and all them too. They have that there at the city. So the thing is that if you are not involved with your association, please, I encourage you. It is associated with that. Your local community organizations, they do have functions for their neighbors. If you see that they're but guess what? Do everybody go to those meetings? No. Can we try to encourage it? Yes. What about the people who live in apartments? Are they not a part of the community? Yes. Can they go to them? Yes. Do they have their own neighborhood association? Yes. So you see how it goes? You have your community. So if I live in, let's say King, then here it is. The other side is Queen. Those are associations. Okay, then this one, and then here it is. They can link them all up together. So I encourage you, please. Listeners, please call 646-564-9776. I would like to receive your comments or your questions. We are on air 30 minutes daily at 11:30 p.m. by the grace of goodness, trailing or trialing their premium package. Hopefully we are on air longer this evening, but we do need donations. Please visit our websites, www.streetmeet.biz and www.meetup.com, streetmeet. Street Meet Mingle will be Sunday, June 1st, 2014 at 2 p.m. at the Southwest Library. Southwest Library is located on Cascade. It kind of goes Cascade and Utoy Springs. Research. You'll find that wherever you'll see like maybe the Home Depot and Walmart. You know, I was like, wow, what if some people show up? Yay! Street meet. Oh, that's awful. I'm on GUILD. Keep it focused. But listen, if it is a little large, they have a beautiful little park. Like, I've been looking for a little park, a little sitting area, you know, for we could do a little Nguzo Saba. You know, I was doing, having classes, or an effort to try to focus on each particular thing, so people who have an interest, they can go to Kite Society, or they can go to True Amelioration, or maybe they have an interest in Nguzo Saba. But Nguzo Saba, its setting was around the park area so that we can be outside and, you know, try to do some yoga, some Pilates, or something like that in that likeness. Drums, you know, some dancing. Guess what? At the gazebo, they have electricity, so we could do electricity. People who have their juicers, you could bring your juicing. And the park area is really, really nice, actually, compared to Ben Hill and Melvin Park, which is, you know, right there right away. And then there's Adamsville. Most of them look like recreations. They have parks, you know, but it's all open. There's really no trees and shades and things like that. So we can use the Southwest Library Park. Okay? So again, bring your snacks. As I say, for fun, just hanging out. Maybe we could do a little bit of Nguzo Saba on Street Meet Mingle. There are so many things to do, and we value your support. We encourage our listeners to get involved with their local associations, neighborhood club associations. Know your politicians. Someone said, do you know who your politician is? I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, I kind of fumble over a couple of them. I have to rewrite those things out again and be calling on them, leaning on them. I'm like, I know that's right. And the lady said, you mean to tell me you're a part of the community and you don't know you're a politician? I'm like, girl, I was like, ain't that something? I'm like, I just got started. I wrote a couple of them, a note here and there, but I guess I probably need to go to the constituent buildings. And here it is, lean on more on the NPUs. That's sure. So, just conveying. Please know your politicians. Join your libraries. You know, you find some people libraries. You know, you get one library card for Fulton County. You can go through many libraries through Fulton County. You can drop off your books at any other libraries. Read, research. Know something about some arts. Get out of the boob tube. Come from out of the computer. Well, I don't know. The computer could be informative. It depends on what you're looking at. But there's a lot of research there. But you know what? Hey, I guess give extended service and, as I say, check and balance. Get a book. Read books. You know, as they would say, read, read, read. And it's just the truth. You know, they used to have the promotion for reading. I encourage you to read. If you're not going to read, study. You know, sometimes it's good to find. You'd be surprised as you find out. Bless you. I got you. I was asking about the, let me first say that I had adopted, actually, the Nguzo Saba, part of Street Meet's effort. I'm like, wow, I guess complimenting the 7 principles. And I said, well, what do these things mean? I like the little artworks because I want to bracelets out of that. Anybody who know how to make jewelry, please. I would like for us to work on community wealth. If you know how to make jewelry out of brass, iron, copper, that would be great. And that would be really, really good. Let me see here. What is it? Let me go right here. Okay. Locate the local law library. Fulton County do have a local law library. And we need to work on reinforcing what it is in our relationships with, I don't know. I mean, we have authority. We as people, we have authority. So when we look at our police officers, they're there to protect and serve, and then we have to find out what they're protecting and what is it that they're considered serving. So the thing is that most common knowledge is the people, okay? So that's great, but we do need to find out more about what those things are. We need to study the laws. We need to know it, and so we can promote citizen representation. I met this lady today at the Gateway Center for the Homeless, and she actually has a consulting firm. And she says, we're going to focus on mental health, and we want to know more about mental health law. I'm like, I know that's right. And it's just the truth. And that's what her focus is on. So we have to look at maybe some other things, and that's just a small thing compared to many, many other things that can be, I guess, developed here and there. Do I have any callers? Hello? Hi, this is Irene Ratliff with Street Meat Company. Okay, well, hopefully we'll get some people to join in on the calls and want to listen in and participate. We are looking for people to, I guess, as I said, sponsor and partner with Street Meat Company. Okay, join the Park and Recreation Department. There are so many things to be involved in and have the know. Today I went to a land use meeting and was able to listen to various organizations suggesting some of their planned events and seeking participants. I was interested in learning more from a gentleman and his discussion about installing fruit trees. You know what? If we could get some more parks to invest in fruit trees, that would be great. When you go to certain places, they have fruit trees. You can get a mango off the tree, you get an apple off the tree. They ain't gonna build to you. I mean, because we have to be conscious and we have to understand, well, why do you think they built all those trees and we don't see fruit trees? And so, well, it could be for money. Here it is, they want to route it, or they want to make sure that here it is, the fruit is good. I don't know. There's many reasons. But I'm like, I would rather find out about it. Have some apple trees, some orange trees, some peach trees, some mango trees. And if the people hanging out, they want to pick the fruit off the tree, they have it. Blessings. So what's the issue? Who's going to watch it? Well, who's the average person that ain't looking at no tree? But I'm going to tell you, look at your trees. They provide oxygen. Trees provide oxygen. When you're looking at places that don't have any trees and they look like it's just land, get involved in trying to donate trees. We need the trees. All these trees that we have, that's a good thing. You go to some place that don't have any trees, like Texas. It's like, where are the trees? Matter of fact, in Texas, where are the mountains? In Africa, they actually have this lady, she won the Nobel Peace Prize for planting trees. So trees are important, okay? So it would be even more so good if we're able to maybe consider having certain relationships with places where we can donate trees and areas where, they may be needing food. Donate fruit trees. Okay? So, yeah, I think that was a good idea. An event is going to be at the Ebenezer Church on Auburn Avenue on June 19th. Remember Juneteenth? Okay, so check that out at the Ebenezer Church on Auburn Avenue. Economic development in regards, what is healthy neighborhood, environment, etc. What is that? Ooh-wee. Yes, indeed. Okay. Street Meat Company will be having this Street Meat Mingle on Sunday, June 1st, 2014 at 2 p.m. at the Southwest Library. It led to this thought. Most organizations think their nonprofit is important. Some people put in extend efforts to get people involved. Some provide services to people who need it, like those serving homeless and those who may have disabilities. So when you look at most of these nonprofit organizations, what do they do? Or what are they trying to convey? How are they implementing those things? And the honest truth, we've seen so many things improve over a period of time. We have. So the thing is that most of your nonprofit organizations, they are out there doing things, even while they're providing services for people who need them. So in itself, the way you look at it, it becomes homelessness become a business. And maybe some of the other things, I'll go into that in a few minutes. How many people in the course of the day or your business actually talk about improving their community? How many people actually go out there and seek for their fellows and encourage community well-being? A lot of people probably think their thing is okay, but then you find a lot of people who think it's not. Man, our apartment complex look like this. You need to go to your apartment association. Who's the manager? Matter of fact, you should go around to your apartment complex and see if you can hold a meeting and sit down and collaborate with your neighbors. What about your neighborhood? You can knock on each one of them doors and say, you know what? My name is so-and-so. I live down the street. Where do they have the local meetings? You'd be surprised. Half of them folks don't know it, but you can ask them. They might. You'd be surprised they do. I guess the point is if you see someone making an effort to help improve our community, we should not be busy to find out what the hype is. You may find out, like Street Meat Company, need to went somewhere else. We encourage participation in Street Meat Company, okay? We also seek donations. We also are looking for people to help do fundraising. And the reason why is because we do need to build relationships when it comes down to our laws, rights, liberties. And this is the truth. I think that there is something there. I think that here it is, we should be trying to embrace Naguzo Saba. I think we should be trying to embrace 3WD. I think here it is, women should be involved in TULIP. I think that here it is, we should be in Eugene. Okay, ask somebody. So here it is, the interest of your kite, knowledge, intelligence, talents, and education. We do need research in business and law. All them big old books up there, and yet here it is, they know the citizen people don't know it, and we got all them qualified lawyers here and here, and here it is, we don't know what it is. Hold up. I know. Anyway, I also participated with a gateway facility for the homeless, and for a moment the comment was they may have been associated with maybe the Community Foundation Lunch and Learn initiative, and though they may know that they provide services for most in need, they're requesting money. And I was like, well, wow, you look at some of these facilities. Gateway is over there where prior, where they have the old courthouse where Gateway is, and they have the new jail Then they have the courthouse, and I think here it is, the police station and all that. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I was asking them, are y'all getting y'all money from the jail, folks? Or have y'all tapped into, here it is, the, excuse you, to the correctional facilities, like the correction department? That's my vote. What's that? Excuse me, vote don't went somewhere else. So I'm like, wow, where are these churches? Are these churches getting involved a certain kind of way? The churches, I mean, here it is, like the churches, they come and they provide their own sandwiches and stuff like that. But I'm like, wow, do you think any of the churches actually encourage some of those people to go to church with them? Like when I was in Washington D.C., a church would come and pick up a few of them, and they'll take them on to their church, and they'll hang out and things like that, and pick up some of the people and go to church, and maybe they'll be able to do certain conversions. I haven't seen any of these churches yet. You haven't heard any of these. When you go on YouTube, hey, the complaint is where the church is at. Why they ain't helping them? They receiving organizational money. Why the churches ain't responsible for why them folks look like that? What happened to the church going? I mean, come on, do you have to really serve me the word, or can I see your work? Excuse you. Oh, you understand what I mean? Say what I mean? Where them at? Where them church folks at? Now when I was in D.C., hey, the church would come out. We had some evangelists come out, honey, from, where would they come from? El Salvador, honey, I ain't gonna fib to you. I think I like them the best, So, honey, they was just doing their thing, and they provide little services. The guy was like, honey, he wanted to grease his little spanky feet. Yes, Irene Ratliff, know about homelessness. Don't get it twisted. So my foot is like one end, not the other. I ain't gonna fib to you. I had somebody arguing with me today about my children. I was like, honey, I ain't gonna fib to you. You got me misunderstood. That's another story. That's personal. But we ain't talk about it. Let's communicate on that. Anyway. So he wanted to grease the feet and massage my toes and paint them and all that. He said, honey, I'm here to serve you. I said, shut up. I said, I know that's right. 19 seconds. So anyway, we're looking for the churches to come out and lean on the Georgian Correction Department and ask them where that, the resources are to help these homeless shelters is out there helping people. Anyway, someone says to me, as I said before, homelessness has become a business, and what do you mean? Well, it has negative in terms, and why them folks look like they look, and positive in terms of services. It's sustainable. During the 60s and 70s, homelessness was not communicated, but during the 80s, the encroachment of drugs and gangs plagued our community. Them children. A stagnant generation on drugs. Okay, here it is when them folks hit them drugs, they didn't pay them taxes, they didn't go work, they didn't do this. A lot of them homeless children. Here it is, you see, I could talk about this another day, but we can get on that a little later. But yeah, here it is, it was not the marijuana, it was the cocaine, crack, and for the Aborigines, alcohol. All right, I have to peace out, but please visit us on www.streetmeat.biz. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening in. Thank you. Streetmeat.biz. www.streetmeat.biz. Have a good night. Hello? Hello? Hi, this is Irene Ratliff with Street Me Company. Well, I tell you the truth, I'm trying to figure out if I'm online or not. It seemed like for a moment there I was getting a little like a 5, 4, 3, you're on air. But I'm still on BTR, so I'm like, I'm going to keep on collaborating. I didn't even feel like I wanted to rush out what this conversation was all about. But anyway, I also don't want to be sitting here like I'm yapping, ain't nobody there either. Because here it is, I don't mind. Honey, my old age said, "Shit, you can talk to yourself, just don't answer." I said, honey, you can do both. She said, I know that's right. Huh. Said, yeah, you can find yourself having the same, Anyway, I was just going to say this really quick was, looking at homelessness. Homelessness have become a sustainable business for those who are able to tap into it. And what does that mean? Are you in there really trying to bona fidely help people, or are you really just trying to receive money? Because the thing is that he actually had a module name for it. He was like, well, they're not a module. But it's not only them. There's a lot of different other places that are located downtown area. They're serving the homeless people. And mind you, most of these homeless people, there's like, oh, well, here it is. Some of these people may want to come out here and because they want to relocate, which I'm aware of that. But I'm like, here it is. When you look at it, the majority of them are in these urban areas actually live in their own area. Meaning that here it is, some of the areas that's been redeveloped or restructured, their homes. Okay, and so when we look at that, we begin to realize that here it is, there is money there to actually help them even get back into another house. Okay, so here it is, you have people who are talking about homelessness, but I tell you the goodness truth, not that we had to experience something bad, but the whole thing in terms of encouraging people to own property or a house was delivered actually by the Republicans. When you think about it, let's look at it. Huh. Most of them folks wasn't talking about no housing. Not in the 90s. When? Who? 90s, them folks wasn't thinking about no house. Who? The Democratic Party was talking about no housing. It was the Republicans. But I can't just talk about it. Can I talk about that? Politics? Yeah, I can talk about it a little bit. Okay, I want to say this, that for real, when we look at, here it is, the people who are homeless during the 60s and 70s, really the conversation wasn't about homelessness. The conversation was, what I found interesting is some of the things that they wanted to talk about with the Black, Black Panther Party. And then here it is with Martin Luther King, we have Malcolm X, Michael Evers. I mean, when you look at, here it is, these group of people, it wasn't that people did not actually organize in certain things. To tell you the truth, it seems as if a group of them have went into the religious sector. Because almost when you see, yes, they start going, you start hearing all that. I don't know, maybe here it is, listen to some of Martin Luther King's conversation, a lot of them begin to sound like Martin Luther King. But anyway, a generation of these people were right there when we look at it. Think about it. Things that make you go, huh? And so when you look at, that's 40 years, right? Let's look at that as being 40. And then some of the people that you see, so from the time they hear this from, let's say, the 80s and 90s, and in 2000, most of these other people, yeah, they high though, they on drugs. Talking about how you going to tell you what? And they want to sit here and talk about alcohol. Well, if you look in Australia, they got those Aborigines. I don't know if it was on beer, but on liquor. Tell them what? The Aborigines, they sold them liquor. Beer. I don't know if it was beer or it was alcohol. And so I began to, can our sister have a beer? You mean tell me that here it is, these people want these people who are serving them to be holier than thou? Did you know that here it is, one of my first meetings that I went to, that here it is, people drink and have alcohol, and they smoke cigarettes? That's interesting. That's interesting how here it is, a group of people want to tell you about some substances. So I spoke with the lady. She's like, girl, them folks, they need to get off of that stuff. And I said to her, I said, now there's three things, and I ain't going to fix you. I really have not given it much thought, and I will. But the thing is that we have addicts, and then we also have people who want to now put in another category and call it substance abuse. Now let's try to categorize what that is. When we know other people do this and do this, so what's that man's name? The reggae guy, not Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, and he was singing that song, Legalize It. Well, he would tell you how all these other people are doing their thing. Okay? Does that give you a big ass question? Excuse my French. I just said ask. People, let's work on it. What do you want to achieve? Really? Now, here it is, not really like we want to preserve that, but what is it? I said, now Peter Tosh has a thing talking about legalizing. Then he want to tell you all the people who is doing it. So the question is why you look like that? And you want to ask me about, here it is. I ain't trying to advertise what I'm drinking. What? No. So we have to understand that what was being said there is not aligned with, here it is, the other end of the stick. So you have people who are in a professional realm. They are doing this, that, and the other. But that didn't mean that, here it is, when you look at everybody else on the quad, they don't look like they all drugged out. They're not. out there a certain kind of way. So why do them people look like that? So here it is. When we look at certain other factors, I'm going to have this as another conversation. Again, as I said before, even though I may be online, I'm not quite sure if I'm online. Okay? So I'll talk with you guys later. I'll call back and see if I sign back in or something. So give me about a few more minutes. I'll call back and see if the sign's on. Okay, TTYL, streetmeat.biz. We could talk about homelessness. Actually, every day, if I'm able to schedule or co-host the meeting every, Street Meet the Point, I'll try to, maybe put in some conversation pieces. We could talk about homelessness. We could talk about, many, many things. I know that I want to start talking about the kite society and things that we can do in terms of law and how we can get started on that. You know. All right, again, thank you for listening. I'll call back in maybe in a couple of minutes to see if my conversation is actually on. TTYL. You out there. Legalize it. Judges smoke it. And yet here it is, we have chose to look like that. Now here it is, we must ask ourselves that question. Why do we feel like, or why do those people look like they're addicted? Why do they look like they own substance abuse? What is the meaning and the factors of why it look like it look? All right, well, here it is. We want to go ahead and we want to talk to you about this and this. So what are the people who come from the church, what they doing about it? Oh, here it is. Well, we want to be able to communicate with somebody before here it is it can pose the issue. In regards to what?